My dear students, Namaskar. You all are most welcome in the very educational program Pasthmanu Panchamrit. As you all are aware of that this program is organized by the HP Kapadia Group of Schools and GSTV. Today, in this episode, we are going to discuss 12th English composition section. Here we have got a big list of our students, those who are obtaining near about 90 marks in English. But while assessing papers in board examination, we find that the students either ignore composition section, writing letter application, or they are not aware of. And that's why they don't get good marks. So we have decided that we have to tell you what are the things, what are the points to be kept in your mind while writing an application, a letter, or essays. You can say these are out questions. Today you know that tomorrow you are going to write an application. Today you know the very paragraph, it is well prepared. Then what is the reason? Why don't you get marks? What is the reason behind it? So there are so many things. First thing you should know how these questions are being assessed in the board. So today we are going to see letter, application and essays. First of all, I would like to take letter. As you know, letter is in section C, question number is 31 and it carries 7 marks. See, first of all, address. I would like to tell you, students even either forget or ignore or not aware of even how to write correct address. You know, the formula of writing address is like this. Smaller to bigger one. Address is given in the question paper. You will be given name of the writer, senders, name and address, and you have to write. So first of all, you have to write address properly. You have to start from very fixed point and then you have to write. Address and then PIN is also mentioned in the question paper. Don't ignore it. You have to write. It is being observed. It is being assessed. And after writing address, there is date. After completion of the address, you have to leave one line gap and then write date. Date. How to write date? Suppose today is 5th Jan. So you have to write January 5, 2014, like this. You can't write. You would not be awarded marks for it. It won't reap marks for you, so you have to write in this way. Don't ignore all these things. Once again, address, complete address given in the question paper, then date. And see, date you have to leave this line, then you have to write the recipient's position, post and address. It is also given in the question paper. Here usually what happens, student forget to use capital letter, comma. Capital letter, suppose that recipient's position, for that first letter should be in capital form. One question arises, should I write 2 or not? So here I would like to tell you, you may write 2. First of all, with comma, and you may not. It is now not essential that you have to write 2. But while writing recipient's position, post, suppose that you are going to write a letter to the municipal commissioner, so you have to write the municipal commissioner, the police commissioner. Now what is the thing? What are the things you have to take in your mind while writing this post? You have to think about the T should be in capital form. Suppose that you are writing municipal, M should be in capital form, and then commissioner, C should be in capital form, whatever post. Sometimes what happens, after reading the question, you have to decide the authority. It is not mentioned, write a letter to the municipal commissioner. telling about the very bad conditions of the roads in your area. It might be written, write a letter to the authority. So now you have to decide. So whatever recipient's position or post, while writing, you have to take care of it. And then address. See, then comes salutation. Salutation, there are 3 salutations. Respected sir, and dear sir. You may write any. But I would like to tell you, preferable is respected sir. While writing respected sir, see, first thing, keep in mind, after the very completion of this address, you have to leave 1 line gap, and then you will write respected sir or dear sir. Suppose that you are going to write respected sir, write down R in capital. Respected, and then sir, S should be in capital. And after that, comma is must. Don't ignore it. After the completion of salutation comes subject, very important. Subject you have to decide. A letter, a request letter, complaint letter, inquiry letter. As you know, in your syllabus, board decided to ask formal letters, official letters, maybe of complaint letter, request letter, inquiry letter. But just it is very much in the very hand of board which type of letter is going. He is totally free. Board is totally free to ask any letter, any formal letter. But these are the basic rules you have to take care of. Now see, address, pin, date, recipient's position, post, address, salutation, subject. You see 2 marks. 2 marks allotted for it. 2 marks allotted for it. So any error, any mistake, if you are going to oversight, slip of pen just would be harmful for you. Suppose that you are going to just forget date properly, any capital or small letter, you are missing punctuation mark, just you will lose mark. Afterwards we complain that I am not getting good marks in later, but you have to take in your mind. 2 marks. Then body of the letter. After writing subject, you have to write body of the letter. Here I would like to raise one more point. Subject may be written before salutation or after salutation. Both the ways are correct. Suppose that just after writing this recipient's position, post, just you mention, you wrote subject, not to worry. You may write afterwards, respected sir, and you may start a letter. Body of the letter is very important. Here you have to take care of 2 things. Details of the subject. Subject must be defined, must be elaborated, must be explained properly, clearly, and in a very straightforward language. Don't forget, it's a formal letter. Figurative language is not required. You have to write in a straightforward way, what is your problem, what is your request, what is your inquiry. And then you would be awarded marks for that. And now see, in subject, body of the letter, and details of subject. If it is mentioned properly, you would be awarded 4 marks for it. So you have to take care of it. But once again, I would like to tell you, figurative language is not important. Length is not important. What is the very subject of the question? You have to elaborate, you have to explain, you have to write over here properly, and then you will be awarded out of 4. Next comes concluding lines. In concluding lines, you have to just summarize the very thing, and you have to thank the very authority that you are very hopeful you are going to take care of your request or problem or whatever inquiry you have asked in your particular letter. Concluding lines. Concluding lines, complimentary clause, and signature. See, 1 mark is here. And just keep in your mind, while assessing, while your paper is being assessed in the board, you are given marks separately, and then you are given total marks out of 7. So all these things you have to take in your mind while writing a letter. In short, you are going to be asked formal letters, official letters. You would be given authority's name, address, writer's, sender's name. Sometimes you have to decide authority. And your entire letter is assessed in 3 parts. First part is up to subject, 2 marks. body of the letter is of 4 marks and closing is 1 mark. If you are going to just take care of all these points, I assure you, you will get good marks. Easily, out of 7, easily you can score 6. Easily you can score, because if you are going to, these things are given. You have to write only properly and you will be awarded. So please, just take all these things in your mind, summarize all these things, and while writing letters, take care of all these things. And just I assure you, you will be awarded good marks. Now next question is, where usually we just take this question very lightly. Even we can say it's an out question, today you know. And that is application. You have been writing for the last 1 year. Application, here again, the very same thing, address, pin, date. You have to write in that way only. How to write address? As I told you. Address will be given, you have to write in a very proper way, then comes pin. If pin is mentioned, and usually it is mentioned, you don't forget, don't ignore it, write down, and then as I told you, leave 1 line gap between address and date as I told you to write. See, after writing date, here is 1 line gap. Date, leave this line and then write recipient's position. Recipient position, suppose that you are going to write application for the post of a teacher in English to the principal. And address would be given in your question. Address would be given and then you have to write. Again comes salutation. Here again, after the very completion of address, you will leave 1 line gap and then salutation comes. Salutation, as I told you, there are 3. Respected sir, dear sir, and sir. Preferably is, suitable is for us is respected sir. And while writing salutation, you have to write in respected or in capital form, sir, S in capital. After writing respected sir, comma is must. Then comes subject. After leaving 1 line, you will write subject. An application for the post of a teacher in English. Suppose that your subject is not coming in 1 line. So you may take another line, but don't write just below the subject. Here see, next comes body of the letter. First paragraph with reference to advertisement in the Times of India or whatsoever, dated so on and so forth, I would like to apply for the same post. Suppose that this is going to be the first paragraph, you have to write this one, and these things carry 2 marks. See, 70 to 80% information you are provided in your question paper, in your question. So you have to only arrange properly, you have to write properly. And you would be awarded. A single error, a single mistake will reduce your mark. You won't be awarded full marks 2 out of 2. Then comes details, biodata. Details, biodata. Here you have to write details regarding person. Who is the writer? Name, address, date of birth, age, gender. Now see, usually while writing name, address, date of birth in hurry, or just you avoid or ignore or you are not aware of, you write name N in a small letter. Address A small letter. Date of birth D is capital letter. Age again a small letter. It's stay. You won't be awarded full marks for it. You may write capital letter. You know, here you may give number even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. But while writing, don't forget that you have to write all these points just starting with capital letter. Then comes education, experience. Education is very important factor in application. You are not just provided any clue about education in the very question, but after seeing the subject, you have to decide that you have to write either BCom, MCom, BA, MA, BSc, MSc, or what. It depends on the very given post. But you have to write properly education. Now see, Just suppose that if you are going to be provided very good, great mark in this one, then your educational qualification, suppose that you have mentioned M.Com B.Ed, and in hurry just you avoided, and just in hurry just you mentioned your date of birth, real. And that just if we are going to calculate, it is going to be 17 or 18 years. And here qualification is M.Com B.Ed. So at that time you have to take care of it. You have to write date of birth of that level, of that year. So you should be at least of 25 years age. Then comes experience is another point, is also very important. You have to write it separately. In experience, you will mention that I have been serving in so and so institution for the last 1 to 3 years. Whatever gap just you find between your qualification and your, just suppose that you, what is your date of birth, and suppose that you are going to write today application. So there would be gap between 1 or 2 or 3 years, you mention that. Just you completed your M.Com B.Ed last year, and just you are applying in 2014. So there is 1 year gap. So I have been serving as a teacher in account for the last 1 year. It should be very much correct. Then comes other details. Here you may write expected salary, present salary, nationality, so many things you may, other details. And then comes reference. Reference you may write 1 or 2. It would be better if you are going to write 2. In reference you may write, here you may take little care of it. Here you have mentioned experience. At present you are working somewhere, you are serving somewhere. In reference you may correlate. This correlation just would be better for you, would be helpful for you, would be very much perfect, would prove yes that you have prepared well. It means at present you are working, you may give in reference the very name of that institution, the head of the institution, and that would be very much effective if you are going to follow this one. And then comes conclusion. In conclusion, just you are going to assure the authority that you are going to work properly, you are going to just be thankful. Here in this paragraph, you may just write down that you are very much hopeful of selection, you are very much confident, you find yourself suitable for the very post, for the very institution. You may. And then comes complimentary clause. See, what I find usually, while writing sincerely yours or yours faithfully, sincerely yours or yours faithfully, S should be in capital form. Sincerely yours. Suppose that you are going to write yours faithfully. Y should be in capital form. Faithfully, F small letter, and then comma is required. Must. Here little error, little mistake will reduce mark. See, only just complimentary clause, your signature, and here enclosed copies carries 1 mark. So here you should be alert while writing this one, and then comes enclosed. Enclosed copies. Here just you are going to mention, just you may write 3 points I would like to tell you. First one, date of birth certificate. Second one, copies of educational certificates and mark sheets, and experience certificates. These 3 points would be enough. And if you are going to take care of all these things, I assure you, easily you can get 5.5. Even just, we have got so many students in our institution, in our schools. They write this application perfectly that it is very, we just sometimes feel very difficult to find a single error. So if you are going to take care of all these points, I assure you, you are going to get good marks, not less than 5 marks. These are very important points you have to take in your mind. While writing application, see sometimes what I find, letter or application, section C, and it is in section D. You must not start letter or application middle of the page. You have to take fresh space for it. And at the very top, you have to mention letter or application. Don't start in the middle of pages. It is going to be 70% blank, 50%, leave that page. Fresh page is must for it. Now, I think you are very much clear, you are very much confident, and I hope you are going to get good marks in these two letter and applications, so called. We can say these are out questions today, you know, tomorrow these questions are going to be asked. Now, here just see textual essays. Section C, question number 33, marks 8. Just awarded highest mark in this question. Out of these 15 essays, at least one essay would be given in your board examination. Sometimes board asks 2 out of these. So please see unit number 2, my favorite cricketer. Unit number 3, how should animals be treated? Unit number 7, how you feel when you are angry. Unit number 8, visit to a zoo. Unit number 9, advantages and disadvantages of loan system. Usually it is asked. Each one, tree 1, unit number 10. Unit number 11, a night camp in the Gir forest. Unit number 12, unity in diversity. Unit number 13, India, a democratic nation. Unit 15, a visit to a hairdresser's shop. 16, the importance of English in changing world. 17, superstitions even today. Unit number 18, the problem of noise pollution. Unit number 19, it has got 2 essays. Satellite at our service, Indian satellites in the space, and first of all, you have to prepare all these essays. And it would be highly helpful for you, and I assure you out of these you are going to get at least 1 essay in your board examination. So please, whatever just we have seen, whatever points we have discussed over here, take care of all these points, and I assure you that you would be one of the students, as we have got in our institution, so many students getting near about 90 or more than 90 marks in English. That is really grand success. So I hope you are going to get good marks in English by following all these rules. Thank you very much. Keep watching Pasthwanu Panchamrit.